Okay, kindergarten, today is a very exciting day because today we are going to be making a pinch pot. We are going to start with a hunk of clay like this. You're going to get a chunk of clay. When you find your seat, you should have a mat to work on. You're going to have another piece of clay that later we're going to turn into a medallion, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So first we get the larger chunk of clay, and we're just going to kind of hit it with our hands. You kind of hold it, see how I'm cupping it, and with your other hand, you're kind of just hitting it. You're trying to get any air bubbles that are trapped in the clay out. You can kind of roll it between your two hands. You see how I'm kind of rolling the clay, or kind of pinch it. You can kind of grab it with your hand. I want it to be a ball shape. Now, if I do this for too long and play with it, it will start to dry out. All the moisture and the wetness of the clay will start to go on my hands, and it won't be in the clay anymore, and the clay will get dry. So don't play with it too much. So I think a couple hits and rolling it and just getting it into that ball shape. Now I'm ready to start making a pinch pot. So to make a pinch pot, the very first thing you do after you have this ball is stick your thumb into it. Not all the way through, just in a little bit, kind of like if you have an olive on your thumb. You're going to take your other four fingers and you're going to pinch on the side. And you're going to put your thumb in and kind of pinch, and you rotate, meaning turn it and turn it. And you can see how this side has just a little bit of clay and this has a lot. I haven't worked this side yet. So I'm going to put my thumb in it and kind of pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn. And once I've gone all the way around, you can see I'm starting to get that shape like a bowl inside. If I want a little bit more, I can actually, if it gets big enough, I can stick both my thumbs in, and I'm going to pinch and pull, pinch and pull. Now, you don't want to pull so much that it starts to become flat, so don't pull it flat. You want it just a little bit, so pinch and pull. If it starts to crack, you can just take your thumb and go back and forth and smooth it out. See how that takes all those cracks away? Just by smoothing that out. All right. Once I feel like the whole top is smooth and I like the shape of my little cup, my pinch pot, see, I need to smooth these chunks out too. I might want to tap it on the table. If I do a little tap, 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 it makes it nice and flat on the top. Once I've shaped my pinch pot and I feel like it can sit on the table, you can kind of tap it so that it'll sit on the table on the bottom. Now it's time to decorate my pinch pot. I can use tools like one of the clay pencils. See how it's different than our drawing pencil? It's very full of clay. I can use this to create designs, so maybe I want to add dots with this. I'm careful not to poke all the way through because then my whole top might come off if I push it too hard and all the way through. I'm just trying to create a little dot around the edge. I'm going to go all the way around the edge, and when I get to the other side, I might take a tool like, I noticed this tool was in the bin, and I can use this to create some lines. So if I don't push too hard, just enough to add some lines around my pinch pot. I'm going to go all the way around with that. Now I have kind of a texture. Texture is when it's not smooth anymore. You can feel it, it's kind of bumpy. I could use this kind of tool just to make straight lines. Maybe on the top I want to make some lines. I could use, you can look in all the clay tools, there's lots of different things. I noticed that I have some circles that I could use. These used to be film containers, and maybe I want a circle right at the bottom. So if I push that and twist a little bit, it created a circle line, or maybe back here I want to create a circle on the bottom. I could decide I want my initial, my name, so I'm going to put a G for gearing at the bottom. I have to be careful though I don't poke a hole in the bottom. I'm going to write a G, oops, you guys can't really see that. A G for gearing at the bottom. Make sure I get all that extra clay out. Alright, so I have this decorated pot. When I am all done, the art is going to go onto the tray at pink table, onto the silver tray. So your pinch pot goes on the silver tray. Now, while you're working, I'm going to come around with these little balls, and you're going to step onto them. We're going to create, they're called sole medallions because we use the sole of our shoe. So you can see my shoe has kind of a pattern. And when you step on it, each of you have a unique design on your shoes, and it will go onto our medallion. So I'm gonna put it on the floor and ask you to step on it. And when you step on it, it will create a design. And I'm gonna poke a hole in them so that we can eventually turn them into a necklace. So medallion is a piece or a large kind of usually a circle or kind of a chunk of art that hangs on your neck. So this would be my medallion. So these would be my two pieces, and they're going to go on the tray. Have fun.